The Trojans will kick this away to get us going. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Price. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Dropping back. It's Sharp. Fires it to the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. The Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. And the offense will punt for the first time this afternoon. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. And the returner heads out of bounds. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And they'll use the ground game here. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He hands it off from the gun. Tackle, but first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
They're going to pick up the first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart, think back to those Ncaa offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've had so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. I'm going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen. Both won the Heisman Trophy.
And the Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up with the play and taken down. So after a solid gain on the ground, they go back to the passing game, but give up the sack that time.
Boy, what a big difference, Chris, between the run blocking we saw in the previous play when they got big yards, and here in pass pro, they just get overwhelmed by this defense. Great job of applying the pressure to bring that quarterback down for the sack.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the Trojans pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught quickly. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Catch made. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, USC. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the back gets the football. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back. It's Sharp. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Hit as he released it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Finds a man to the left, big catch downfield. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
He's moving out of the pocket now. It's going to be a loss on the play. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying it. They applied the pressure and came up with the sack.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. And the quarterback dropping back. He's looking deep here. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out of bounds. A big play, an exciting end to this first quarter.
The end of the first quarter. USA 7, Ohio State 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to win a first down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Runs through the defender. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? It's a blitz look here from the defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Return begins inside the 10, and they've got the returner corralled. Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To throw, it's Sharp. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down to the 45, and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. And in first down, they go right back to him. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the wideout goes in motion. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick grab. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And they pick up the first down, tackled at the 25.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Price. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. He hands it to the back. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll try a pass here. He makes the grab. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Finds an open target on the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. This quarterback on fire today.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to throw it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Southern California. No chance to catch it. Kicking team out for the PAT try. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now they get set to kick it away.
That makes the score USC 21, Ohio State 7.
He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Backed up this close to the red zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost them 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw. It's Sharp. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. Buckeyes will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
They look to throw it here on second down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Running back grabs it on a screen. Gets some space around the 30. Steps out after a solid gain on third and long, but not enough for a first. It's going to be fourth down here. The Buckeyes will line up to boot it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? The secondary backed up off the ball now. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the USC offense is back out on the field. They get the second half started with the running play. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, USC.
Crucial third down play right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Single back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Drop him back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this... You got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. The back's got it again. Finding some room with the 25. And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the Trojans have 1st and 10 here. Ball handed off. Just a small gain. We'll get it 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Tries to get it to the running back. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Second down after that previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the comeback is on. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, USC 21, Ohio State 14.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. A big hit by the linebacker. Able to knock him down.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
That's a design quarterback keeper. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the Trojans will line up on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The short completion to the tight end. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup here, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They get a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And the Trojans will try to keep this drive moving. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as you come up on second down. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Timeout, USC.
Here's the second down play. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, SC.
This guy is a matchup problem. You put an undersized safety who can run with the tight end, and he's going to go over top of him. You put a big, strong linebacker on him, and he's going to outrun him. Just a really tough matchup, as you saw right there.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. State offense back on the field. The last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Second down play coming up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. He's escaping the pocket now. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count the...
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's caught downfield. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Trojans come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Physical run earns the first down.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, These guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw, caught over the middle. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Bought some time, now lets it go. Touchdown, USC. This air attack is still unstoppable.
Number 0.
And that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Ohio State, 14.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Price. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. First down. Looking to throw the football. Cannot escape it. Down he goes. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Brings up second down.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, and won't make a difference in the outcome. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now.
Is on for the extra point.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they make the recovery in the onside kick. The offense keeps it for another possession.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Back to throw. It's Sharp. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Intercepted in the end zone. Look out, he's got some space. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
First play of the drive now, coming up from the 29. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pocket breaking down. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. The pocket 0-0. Well, this head coach told us we prepared.